Connor, thanks. Now 6:45. We turn to Washington, where the House of Representatives just took a big step forward in implementing President Donald Trump's agenda. Scripps News Group's Joe St. George live with us this morning in Washington. Now, Joe, we know this passed by, well, just a couple of votes. So what is in this plan and what comes next?
And Virginia's congressional delegation, North Carolina's congressional delegation, they voted just the way you thought they might. Republicans voting for this thing, Democrats not voting for this thing. In the end, just really a handful, a couple of Republicans voted against this resolution for differing reasons. It was a big victory, though, for Speaker Mike Johnson, President Donald Trump, and the president's pursuit of what he likes to call one big, beautiful bill. Remember, when it comes to the big ticket items in President Trump's agenda, what he campaigned on, limiting Social Security taxes, no taxes on tips for service workers, building that big wall on the southern border. Those are things he needs Congress for. He can't sign an executive order to make those things happen. So he needs the funding in many cases from Congress. They control the purse strings. And even though Republicans control the House and the Senate, passing a big bill can be difficult. Remember, the president is choosing this one big, beautiful path. We're not going to get a tax bill and an immigration bill and an energy bill. We're going to get one big bill. And now we know what the parameters of that bill will be based off this vote last night. $2 trillion in spending cuts. That could get messy. You have some who are worried about Medicaid being touched, although Speaker Mike Johnson has indicated there was nothing in the bill yesterday that would suggest Medicaid is going to be changing anytime soon. A lot of people watching us right now in Virginia, North Carolina, no doubt rely on or know somebody on Medicaid. So we'll be following that story very, very closely. This calls for close to $5 trillion in tax cuts and new spending for things like the border wall. So what happens next? Again, this was just a first step. Blaine, you described it perfectly. Step one. Now the hard part begins for Republicans, having to come up with the actual policies that fall in line with those numbers and metrics. How much are these tax cuts? What government program gets cut? We don't expect a bill to make its way to President Trump's desk until April or May. This will be the big story of the spring in Washington, Blaine.
Talking about money, too, Joe, we know that today's the deadline a federal judge gave the White House to pay the foreign aid funds related to the USAID deal. This has been something we've been watching for, what, almost a month now? So bring us up to speed. What's the latest in all this?
You know, Blaine, you and I could do a 30-minute show on all the court battles and challenges that are happening right now involving the Trump administration. This is involving USAID, the international agency that funds projects all over the world. It was one of the first to essentially be gutted or attempt to be gutted by the Trump administration. A federal district judge has ruled that this abrupt cancellation, abrupt firing of grants in many cases has caused damage, irreparable harm. He's ordered the Trump administration to begin paying out grant recipients again, giving them the deadline of the end of today. Obviously, the Trump administration has a different view of what the USAID should be doing. We expect more legal challenges on this front. The big question, Blaine, by the end of today, does the Trump administration comply with a federal district judge order? That will be the big story that we'll be watching regarding this case today in D.C. Blaine?
All right, Joe, thank you so much. Of course, look for coverage throughout the day from Scripps News Group right here on News 3.